Assalamualaikum, my name is Mudharabah binti Abdul Rahman, and today I will present to you about an article that I have reviewed on topic of challenges of profit and loss sharing financing in Malaysian Islamic banking. So in this topic, this joint venture consists of Mudharabah and Musyarakah financing that have been offered by the Islamic banks. The Musyarakah contract requires both the investor and the entrepreneur to provide capital and labor, while the Mudharabah contract requires the investors to supply the capital and only the entrepreneur will operate the company. So this kind of financing aims to support notion of justice while preventing the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. But however, the execution of this joint venture becomes an issue owing to some challenges they face when dealing with customers. So the method used in this study was conducting by several interview sessions with Malaysian Islamic banks that provide profit and loss sharing financing. So in the articles, I had defined 4 major obstacles that have been faced due to profit and loss financing implementation. So the first one is the high investment risk. Second is difficulties selecting appropriate partners, demand for clients with low credit worthiness, and lastly, lack of capital security. So we move to the first issue where both Musyarakah and Mudharabah are classified as high risk investment. It's because due to the fact that it has high probability of failure. So this may result from various factors such as the entrepreneur's lack of business knowledge and skills in managing the business. So this may drive Islamic banks to be hesitant to offer the credit. So as we know, the invested funds majority comes from the depositor. So they would expect their money to be safe and secure. So if any loss occurs, Islamic banks are responsible to replace the depositor's money. It is to be said that the Islamic banks need to have particular analysis about the company they want to invest in, such as the company market demand, production cost, competitiveness, and more. Hence, the risk will be lowered. So the next is difficulty selecting appropriate partners. So Islamic banks must choose suitable partners to ensure that the partnership business makes profit. This because Islamic banks are not a charitable organization that offer free cash, but they also need to earn a profit in order to remain competitive in the banking market. So Islamic banks must verify that their chosen business partners have the required experience and growth potential. But the decision is tough since it involves an examination of many risk factors. So Islamic banks should identify a business with long track record and acceptable financial performance before providing the funds. Next issue is the demand from clients with low credit worthiness. So the demand for Musyarakah and Mudharabah contracts typically from those who lack in capital to grow and still in the beginning stage of their business. They consist of small and medium industries that still new in the business and don't have long business track record. So these small and medium business have significant risk of failure because they are known, we don't know the potential of the business. So according to Ahmad and Sid 2019, the failure rate is alarming high for the first 5 years among the small firms. So as I said before, the monies invested belongs to the depositors, not the bank. So the demand is the major challenge where if any loss incurred by the business that we invested in, so it should not be questioned unless there is proof of negligence and malpractice in Sharia violation in the company. So lastly is the lack of capital security. So in any investment, the safety of the capital must be assured. Same goes to Islamic finance where the bank normally refuse to give Mudharabah or Musyarakah contracts to client if there is no capital guarantee. So collateral like the housing or landed assets that have high value and secured can be used as the capital security. So by making this agreement, Islamic bank could prevent and reduce fraud probability to happen while ensuring that the business to always right on track. But however, not all partners able to issue the capital guarantees since those who requesting for financings are clients who lack of capital. So as for for the conclusion, all the four major issues that we had discussed before make it hard and challenging for Islamic banking, as their mindset are still focused as financial intermediaries. They want to offer companies without any prejudice and fairly to all companies to expand their business. But while at the same time, they want to keep responsible on depositors' monies. So it is suggested for Islamic banks to use fintech, which is financial technologies, such as the smart contract and blockchain technology, in order to build more efficient financing process and also to minimize the problem of asymmetric information and moral hazard issues. So that's all from me. Thank you.